Mad night, mad night.
Mm.
Fuck it, we're doing it. So guys, welcome to episode 1, I guess, kind of officially, of Comic Comments Just In, the show where we talk about what's going on now with comics, what's new, what's hip and exciting, what are the kids reading. On this edition, we're focusing on the Darkseid War. So some of these aren't new. We're doing 3 like catching up episodes, and so we can do it week by week then. Anywho, we're doing Justice League 40. We are doing Justice League 41. And we are doing the free comic book day Divergence. And these, like, Divergence kind of also will dip into all of this, really.
Yeah.
But mainly this story, I would say. As far as having anything to note goes, about these I do not. However, a guy whose name I've already forgotten, John something, has been cast as the Punisher for season 2 of Daredevil.
It's the guy from The Walking Dead.
Bernthal.
Bernthal.
John Bernthal has been cast as the Punisher. I'm really excited just to have Punisher in the Marvel Universe. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for that. Another character who should be in Civil War, both Daredevil and Punisher should be in Civil War, as they're big parts of it, but I digress.
We're just going to continuously complain about Civil War until it happens.
Yeah, until they put everyone in. Like, why is Ant-Man in it? Is it just so it's like, don't not watch Ant-Man because he's going to be in Civil War?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's not even Ant-Man, it's Hank Pym for one, and he's Yellow Jacket at that point, and he's crazy and...
In Civil War, because Hulkling does the whole open up the cells and everything so that everyone can get out.
I doubt they'll have...
Yeah, because...
I doubt they'll have 42.
yeah, I suppose.
I doubt it'll be Civil War.
Hulkling doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The Marvel Cinematic, so...
We meet Metron, who I've never heard of, but you may as well call him the Watcher, because he sees everything, but he's not allowed to interfere.
But he does on occasion.
And he thinks it's important. So we meet the Watcher. And he says he has seen universes die and be reborn, but kind of like, things get more and more fucked up every time you do that. Stop resetting stuff, DC. It's almost like they wrote a message to themselves without even knowing it. Jeff Johns is the writer, and I like Jeff Johns. He's brought us some great things. You probably love Jeff Johns, you just don't know it. And then everybody in the world drew this book. There's like a different artist per page.
Weird.
It's ridiculous. You have New Genesis and Apocalypse, and they were always at war. And Metron's like, if you're at war with each other, like, eventually you will just fuck everything up. So he wants to put a stop to the war. Like, he knows people are still going to die. He can sort of cushion it, I guess, is a word I'm going to use there. So, like, the peace treaty that is made is that they have to swap a son. So, like, Darkseid, and I believe they call him the High Father, who's the ruler of New Genesis. Yeah, they have to swap sons over, and Apocalypse's son is like this really snotty little brat, and then the High Father's son is just crying because life's really hard on him. And I've just noticed the top he's wearing as a little kid.
Oh, it's the
colours.
Right.
Yeah. We'll put that into context in a bit. This is what the front cover of Crisis on Infinite Earth looks like. Just like a clusterfuck of stuff. But I like clusterfucks of stuff. But yeah, we see like history, I guess. Like just glimpses of stuff that has happened in DC's history. And then, yeah, the Anti-Monitor shows up. And the Anti-Monitor is like just looks-wise very much like Darkseid in armour.
Yeah.
Really. But it's interesting because Metron talks about being on the Mobius chair, and he never leaves his throne, otherwise he'd lose it. It's when he's saying, I knew the Anti-Monitor by a different name, and then he says, hello Mobius, and you're like, oh my god, he's on Anti-Monitor's chair. Stuff in this that's probably like, that's so cool. There's probably people who are like, I already knew that, how could you not know that? Like Metron and Anti-Monitor. I'm sorry, this is new and exciting for me. Who is this girl? Is she a zombie?
Yeah, her name's Liv Moore.
She's fit.
Yeah, I know. It's a good show.
Metron took the throne from the Anti-Monitor. It says, reality cannot survive another crisis. I don't think we can survive another crisis, if I'm honest. And then we kind of get to see a nice glimpse into, like, Brainiac. It looks like the start of Convergence. I see a convergence of timelines and universes exposed. Even now, Brainiac is attempting to connect knowledge. The Anti-Monitor wants a war, and then we see that Darkseid's daughter turns up. She says, death to my father, death to Darkseid. And then I read this, and it says, continues in DC Comics Divergence. And I was like, fuck, I don't have that. And so went ahead, bought Divergence. Free on free comic book day, but no, pay £2 for it off eBay. Glad I did, because Divergence is kind of 3 separate stories, so we have a lot of writers and a lot of artists on this, and there's a Batman story. It's kind of bit of an intro to the new Batman. Superman exposed, so we see like the start of Superman's now shitty life, really, and we get the rest of Darkseid prologue. I really liked this at the start. It's like a funeral for Batman, and everybody's holding up torches with the bat signal on, because Batman is presumed dead after he had a big battle with Joker, because Joker released an endgame virus on Gotham. They had a big final fight, and yeah, it's both of them are presumed dead. And we see that Jerry Powers is like, well, we need a Batman. We can't replace Batman, but maybe we can do something new. And so we just see like Jim Gordon then walking towards and putting on the new Batsuit. And I love this end bit where she asks him if he's ready, and he says, absolutely not, and I'd like to go on record saying this is the dumbest idea in the history of Gotham City. Now where's my damn Batmobile? Let's go have some fun. I think that's awesome as like an opening.
Yeah.
The Superman exposed part, it's Lois Lane has outed Clark Kent. So like everybody knows that Clark Kent is Superman now, and he's trying to keep a low profile, and a fight breaks out with just some
guy with green stripes on him.
Because he's faced Superman before, but now he has powers, and he
throws a truck at Superman.
Yeah, but they have a bit of a tussle, a bit of a fight, and then Clark's flying away, and we see all these different like tweets and stuff going out. Some people hate him, other people still love him, and then we see Lois goes to visit him, and he's kind of just wants nothing to do with her. And it's just a look into what Superman's going to be like from now on in his life. There's a character who we learn more about in Justice League 41 called Marina Black. But we see that the same time that Wonder Woman was born, Marina gave birth to an Amazon child who is also Darkseid's daughter. So this is where Darkseid's daughter came from. So she's part Amazon. And then one of the 2 Amazon women that are stood with Marina ends up having a vision, and she says like, war is coming, this child will bring war between the anti-god and the dark god. And we just see all these different things that are going to happen to the Justice League. She names all the Justice League and says that they will hurt, and they're like, well, we need to kill this baby then. But instead Marina kills these Amazon women and she leaves. We see like her daughter all grown up, obviously, as she is in Justice League, And then we see Marina stood with like this massive eagle, and she says, "Death to Dark." Griffin.
It's a griffin.
Yeah. Same.
'Cause it said a couple pages back.
Something about the griffin.
It said she was tamer of the griffin.
That makes more sense.
Mm.
And she says, "Death to Darkseid." Weird thing about her character is, I'm like, she wants to do what's best for her daughter. She wants to go to war with Darkseid, but she still seems like a bad guy.
Mm.
So then, of course, this is the newest one. Next month, Justice League 42 comes out. We will definitely be doing that. But this is part 1 of the Darkseid War, so all of that was just like prologue. We see Kanto and Lashina. Kanto and Lashina, and they are looking for Marina Black. And they find a Marina Black, but it's not the right one, and so they kill her, and they are hunting around for Marina Black on behalf of Darkseid. See, reading this without reading Divergence, I was like, this makes no fucking sense. Who are these people? Like, the difference that has made is great. And then we get to see that the High Father's son has grown into a miracle man, which is cool. And the fact that he was like, I also go by the name Scott Free, because his name was Scott, so he gave himself the last name Free. It's the cheesiest thing I've ever read.
Yeah, but with a name like Miracle Man, what did you expect?
Yeah, but it's a miracle that he survived, because he was thrown into pits and treated like crap, and he managed to escape. And he's wearing the colours that he was wearing when he was a little kid. It's just a nice little touch, really. He's looking into what are Darkseid's plans on Apocalypse, and he decides he's going to need the Justice League. And then Wonder Woman tells us about the Justice League, and I love it because she says, an Atlantean, a space cop, a Kryptonian, a billionaire, and me. And you see, like, we've all been searching for the truth, and there's Aquaman saying, what's out there? There's Green Lantern saying, what's out there? Superman asking, is it out there? And then we just see, because she's saying they're looking for truth, adventure, purpose, and justice. And Bruce says he's out there, and he's looking out the window with his fist clenched. This is like the most cinematic thing ever. I love this. Give me chills. Because then we also do see you have Flash and Cyborg, but I guess she just didn't love them enough. And they're at the crime scene from the start, looking, you know, who killed this Marina Black. I love the fact that in one picture, the Flash appears, because you can see he's rushing around collecting the evidence. And Cyborg obviously is made out of, like, alien tech. And he can sense these boom tubes, like they give him headaches.
Because part of the alien tech is from Apocalypse.
And then, I don't know why I like this so much, but it's when they kind of said, like, Victor and Shazam, they are the youngest ones. It doesn't show in Victor, but it shows in Shazam, because of course Shazam is Billy Batson. He is a young sort of guy. And it's when he looks away and he just says, I've never seen a dead body before. And it's such a, like, innocent moment, but I thought it was cool. And we see Superman going to visit Captain Cole. I love Captain Cole. Because the whole way through he's like, is that Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman? Tell Wonder Woman I say hi. And yeah, he sees Lex Luthor. And they've caught this guy called Neutron. He's basically, Neutron is dying of cancer. And Superman's like, he dares Lex Luthor to, like, cure him and help him. Because Lex doesn't seem to really care that much. We go, like, back to Miracle Man, and we see him come face to face with Darkseid. And he's able to escape Darkseid, but only just, really. And we find out that actually with Marina Black, like, Marina Blacks have been murdered across the country, so the Justice League catches on to the fact that they're being hunted. I found this weird.
Yeah, like,
that
why did she...
Darkseid's daughter is able to use Flash as a portal, and she just, like, climbs out of him and she starts kicking ass.
It's awesome.
Like, yeah, it is really awesome.
Basically just destroys the Justice League.
Yeah, and then Miracle Man runs into Kanto, and Lashina.
Mm-hmm.
Cyborg's body has started to heal up as well, because he says, your body, it's been growing back. And he says, I'll explain later. Weird, but okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Darkseid's daughter kills Shazam. I think she just screws him up a little bit, because he doesn't look dead.
She just doesn't, she like stabs him, like she actually stabs through him.
Oh, I know that, but what I'm saying is he doesn't drop down dead.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with him. Probably is dead.
Maybe.
But yeah, the Justice League continue to fight Darkseid's daughter, the Amazon, because she's like annoyed at Wonder Woman, as most of the women villains are. And then, because we're swapping between the Justice League fighting and Lex Luthor and Superman and stuff, and Lex Luthor is actually shot by his sister, and she's saying like, don't be so shocked, everyone hates him. And it turns out she's actually working for Darkseid, which was weird. It's a weird little twist. And then yeah, the anti-Monitor is brought down. Miracle Man escapes away from Kanto at this point because he was getting like the shit kicked out of him. And then Marina Black turns up with her Griffin, and she's like, I'm gonna kill Darkseid, would you join me? To Miracle Man. So it's very, it's so, like, I loved 40, I loved Divergence. This was the point where I felt things were jumping about, and it was like I was just hit with loads of shit was happening at once.
Mm.
As far as Darkseid War goes, it's a war between the Anti-Monitor and Darkseid himself, and our heroes are just sort of caught in the middle, which is cool. It's interesting to see two like mega villains go at each other.
Yeah.
I'm much preferring the Truth storyline to this.
Yeah, me too.
At the moment.
But I can see how this will get better.
Yeah.
As time goes on.
Yeah. I'm excited for part 2 because everything's been established now, and now we're going to start to see the proper like cool stuff of it. I'd recommend it if you're into like major events. But I think if you're a more casual kind of reader,
then there's not much point.
Yeah, I'd say it's, yeah.
I suppose it's too early to say.
Yeah, but we're just talking about the books we've read, not the story as a whole, just what we've got here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's alright. That's as much as you can really say is it's alright. Have you got any extra thoughts particularly?
Not really. There's not much to say about it.
No.
It's just average.
The only thing that's confused me is like Bruce is still alive in this, but not in the Truth. Not in like Bruce
That's a good point.
Bruce is still in, but you've got Justice League now, and then there's Justice League of America, which has just got an issue 1. So I'm a little bit tripped up. If anyone knows why this is, then comment below, because I've searched for an answer to this, and it's confused me.
Yeah.
So yeah, explain. Is this different universes again? Has Convergence done nothing? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're gonna make these episodes. These episodes are gonna be so much shorter, because it's like, hey, here's what's happening at the moment. This is what happens in them, and this is what we thought of it. Give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it. Like I said, comment as well. Tell us your opinions on it. Tell us if we've missed anything. And also subscribe for more content. We've got this show now. We've got From the Vault. We're going to be doing hangouts and stuff as well. Go to facebook.com/comiccommentsyt. That's our main hub where you can find out about competitions, which are still open. And you can also find them down in the description, along with the playlist for all of our videos. And if you go to @MusicNinjaMatt on Twitter and use the hashtag #ComicComments, you can ask us a question and we'll give you a shout out. So we have still got 2 more episodes to film. So these will just be regular airing date for this Sunday. New episodes on Sunday. But we've got this little bit of catching up to do, so we're just throwing out 3 videos at you, and then everything should return to normal. So, thank you guys. It will be goodbye from me.
And bye from me.
and we will see you in the next one.